everyone. Can you guys hear me? Hi. Let me just... Hope you guys can hear me okay. I had some technical difficulties. Hi, everyone. I'm going to give people just a minute to jump on. Get my... Actually, I might do this. Instead, I want you guys to be able to see me draw. That's good. Actually, I'll do... So, I don't know if you guys watched my other video, but I drew this fish from this book. So I just wanted to have a chill video, and I thought that if people want to join, they can. And I have some sleepy time tea. So I'm going to go through this again and show you guys some stuff. I hope everyone's having a good night. And here, actually, let me just make sure you guys can see that. So Celtic tales, fairy tales and stories of enchantment from Ireland, Scotland, Brittany, and Wales. So, okay, let me just make sure everything's good to go. And we can kind of get started here. All right. I think we're good to go. Okay. There. So, I'm going to go through this book and show you guys some things I'm thinking of. There are some kind of like crazy stories in here. And kind of crazy. Some of these photos or illustrations are kind of crazy. So this one kind of reminds me of Rumpelstiltskin. And it's called The Clumsy Beauty and Her Aunts. So that kind of sounds like Cinderella. Master and the Man. It's kind of crazy. That's a better setup. It's a donkey. Little White Thorn and the Talking Bird. I think that one sounds really cute. The Giant's Stairs. That reminds me of like Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and the Beanstalk? Yeah, there's a giant in that one. Okay. But if you're watching this live or you watch this later on, welcome. This one I love. The Witch of Fife. And I think that illustration is really beautiful. Maybe I'll draw that one. So now we're getting to the sea. Sea creature. I tried to pronounce this in my last video and I don't know how to say it. It sounds like I'm swearing. It's like assy pottle and the Mester Stewer worm. I don't know what that means. Sorry guys, I'm just adjusting something. Okay, that's better. I do think a sea creature would be cool, but last time I drew a fish, so I think I want to draw something else. The soul cages. That just sounds creepy to me. The Basin of Gold and the Diamond Lance. I think that one sounds cool. Sounds like a good story. I don't think I've read that one. There's another one I wanted to show you guys quick. Okay, for those that didn't watch my other video, look at this illustration. And it's called Tag O'Kane and the Corpse. So that sounds like a creepy, good story, I think. I think I want to try to start to draw this witch, and there's another witch, and there's a couple other people. Or maybe they're all witches, actually. They might all be witches. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be drawing. And I'm actually excited because my husband got me, I didn't even ask him, but he got me all of these markers. And I love pens and markers and stuff. Like, I love going to Michael's. But I try not to go to Michael's too much because I freaking want to spend so much money. And I'm sorry, my cat is like on her hind legs by our sliding glass door, sniffing it. Don't ask me why. Luna, what are you doing? What's out there? What? Do you want to say hi to everyone? She might come say hi to you guys. Okay, so let's start a new page. Oh, and okay, before we do that, I just want to show you guys. Talking about Celtic lore and Celtic characters. These are 3 Celtic lore tarot cards. So think of a tarot card and a greeting card had a baby. So they open up. So it's like a tarot card on the front, but then a greeting card inside. And this one has actually been a really, this one has been out of the 3, the top seller that I've had recently. And it's based on the Morrigan or Raven, which is, this is a Celtic goddess of a woman. And she's a woman, but she turns into a raven, which is really badass. And then I have the Loch Ness Lassie. And then I have the Marrow, which is kind of like a mermaid, kind of like a siren. But this card is really good for someone if they're going through an internal battle and they're struggling with something and they're going back and forth and they're trying to figure out what they want, but it's not working, or they're having trouble making a decision or making a move or deciding something. This card is good for someone that is creative, awkward, they don't always fit in. Sometimes they want really meaningful, deep relationships. They don't want surface level relationships. And then the Marrow, that's a great card for someone that has struggles with contentment and doesn't always appreciate what they have, or they accomplish something and then they just move on right away instead of really celebrating what they've accomplished. And they might be prone to compare their life to other people. So these are cool cards because you kind of get some advice and ideas on your life and what you can do or maybe should do based on your personality. And then there's a recommended activity at the bottom. So it's kind of fun. I wanted to show those cards that I sell in case anyone is interested, but I'll get back to the main event. So let's start this thing. Oh, and my husband also got me these 2 new pens. And they're the same, but like I run out of them because I use them. So I don't know where my cat went. But these are all my cats on my mug. Oh, good. I thought I spilled for a second. I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna just set my music a little bit so hopefully you can hear it, but it's not too loud. Let me know if it is too loud. Okay. I think that'll be pretty good. All right. So I usually start with some pencils because I am afraid of messing up, and I like to at least start with that so I have some options. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to try to draw a witch. All right. I feel like you guys need to be able to see a little bit of what I'm drawing. All right, so I'm going to start with her hat. She has a pointy hat, like a traditional witch hat. My cat's hyper. One of my cats. Lily's downstairs. She was hyper earlier. Luna, what are you doing? She's hyper. She wants to play. But she doesn't always understand that I can't always play with her when she wants me to. She usually wants to play it like almost every night. She wakes me up at like 1 a.m., 3 a.m., and then at like 6 or 7. Like she'll wake me up multiple times because she gets really hyper, and she always brings in the same toy into our bedroom. It's one she's had since she was a kitten, or since we got her when she was like a year or less than a year, which is kind of sweet. And now she's on the stairs freaking out. I'm going to change to lo-fi music. Lo-fi chill. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add her hair. If anyone watching is feeling stressed or mentally not well, I understand. There's a lot of hard things going on right now in the world. So I hope maybe you can draw and or find something that relaxes you. I swear anytime I'm making a video, I'm on a phone call, I'm on a Zoom, that's when my cat starts meowing. Otherwise, you know, if I'm not, she's quiet. Second I'm talking to someone, she's loud. She wants to be the center of attention. Okay, I struggle with faces. I think drawing faces is really hard. So I'm going to try my best. But like, remember that it's okay to not be perfect. And then she's wearing this kind of like loose gown. So I'm just gonna, and then she has some sort of cup. It's like a golden chalice, which is really pretty. I feel like that looks fucked up. Something doesn't look right with that. It's like, I think it's too, something's wrong. Something's wrong, you guys. I think, okay, let's start her arm over. It doesn't feel quite right. And that's okay. Sometimes you gotta try again. I think I made her arm too big for her. That's what I have so far. Can you guys see that outline? It's just a light outline right now. You'll be able to see it better soon. Well, I guess her body should be a little bit out of there. Hi. Do you want to say hi? Let me show you guys. This is Luna. She's not fat. She's pleasantly plump. Okay, maybe she'll be quiet now that she got some attention. Okay. I have cat hair on me now. I mean, I pretty much always have cat hair on me because when you're a cat mom and you have 2 cats, that's kind of how life goes. Okay, so I think that's better. I think that is better. And then we're just gonna make a flowy sort of dress for her. I don't know about you guys, but I'm glad tomorrow's Friday. It's been weird with after the holidays, I feel like I struggle. You're going back to like normal work week, normal life, and then you're kind of like, wait, I've been used to like more breaks and weird schedules. So I don't know. I'm ready for the weekend. I just realized it kind of looks like she has a giant bicep, which is kind of badass. And I just feel like I need to stop criticizing this. I wish I could be a witch. I wish my full-time job was I'm a witch and I have spells and I can fly and I don't know. I just think that'd be really cool. Okay. I'm a little off with my measurements, but can you guys see that? Again, I'm sorry if you hear my cat, she's running around now. So me showing her to you didn't work. Oh, is Thumbelina out there? So we have a mouse, Thumbelina, that lives outside, and she will be up here right against the sliding glass door, and she will run back and forth and tease Luna. And then she'll go downstairs to where my other cat is, and she will run back and forth out there. So yeah, but I love it because it entertains them. And Thumbelina knows not to come inside. And Thumbelina is really cute. Oh yeah, the Thumbelina is out there for sure. So sometimes I get nervous when I start using pen because like you can't really go back. But with this situation, with what I'm doing today, I'm just trying to make a fun drawing. And the purpose of what I'm doing is to try to enjoy my life and not critique myself constantly because I'm really good at that. I'm really good at knowing what I'm not good at. Is that a skill? I'm really good at being my worst critic. Okay, this is where I'm really nervous, you guys. I feel like these lines are not quite right. Well, okay, I shouldn't say right. They're not what I envisioned, maybe. I'm just going to make some kind of flowy lines for this dress. Okay. Show you what I have so far. And again, here's the drawing. I'm doing this main one right there. Okay, so now I'm going to draw, she's like holding this beautiful chalice. So let's draw that. I'm not even using pencil for this. I'm just going for it. And I'm hoping for the best. And we're just going to this I did not follow this quite correctly with where her hand placement was. You know what? We're not going to worry about it. Now I think I'm going to add a little bit more definition with the markers, and then I'm going to add some color and try to just, yeah, add some definition to it. Do you guys ever feel like you don't have time to draw or do art? I usually do, but then sometimes I find time for scrolling on social media. And so I'm like, okay, if I have time for that, I can have time to draw, or I can have time to work out. I think sometimes we make excuses when it's like, okay, we have limited time, but we sometimes have more time than we think. If that makes sense. I think COVID kind of taught some of us that we were home all the time, but we still didn't have time for things or didn't get certain things done. It's like, okay, well, we're quarantined, we're locked in the house. What's our excuse now, you know? So her hat is like a beautiful green, which you guys obviously know I love. And green is my favorite color. Green has actually been my favorite color since I was 3 years old. And I called it Gween when I was little. And I loved green. I loved green flavored things like lime flavored, you know, a sucker, a popsicle. I always wanted green. So I don't know. I think it's just, and for a while I liked like turquoise, like sort of different variations of green. But right now I love dark green. Is this a green or just a gray? I think that's just a gray, but it almost looks a little, actually, I think that might have a little bit of green in it. So, and I think I want to make her hair is kind of like a brown, but I kind of want to make it more orange, like a red orange, kind of bright. Oh, and so this has that tip. And then you can see it has a thicker tip. So you have two different sides, which I love. So right now I have these greens, and then I'll show you guys again this so far. Do I want to add any other things to the hat before maybe some definition on the hat would be good. Just adding some sort of like hatch marking. I think that's the right term. Cross hatching. That's what it is. So yeah, I've been trying to draw more, and I've been reading more. I do have a few books right now that I'm that I just bought. So I have some stuff to read, but if you guys have any recommendations for books, um, I would love that. I love fiction. I love like a murder mystery thriller. Um, I I'm not like super into romance books, but I'm open to those, I guess. If there's, I don't know. Am I open to that? I don't know if I am. I don't think I'm open. Wait, I'm gonna use the thicker. So I'm just going to make the hat green. This is a really pretty, like emerald green, kind of like a wicked sort of green. It's kind of cool. Now I think I'm going to color the hair. Do I want to do anything else with the hat? Not for now. I'll leave it for now. Okay, now I'm going to add color to the hair. And like I said, I think I want to do like an orange because I think an orange or a red orange hair would be really pretty. Okay, so some different tones here. I kind of want to test them before so I know what. Here, I'll show you. Let's just do a little. Okay, that's a very kind of like, not neon, but it's very bright. Oh, if I thought that, well, this one's a little bit less pink and more orange. If that makes sense. This is like a deep orange, which I do like. Kind of like that deep orange. Maybe with a little bit of that one. So we're going to nix this one. And let's start by adding some color in her hair. I think it'd be kind of cool if there's like strands interwoven. They're different colors. Pretty. I actually like that. I want to look like this. I want to look like a witch. I wish my hair was longer. And people will think I'm crazy because my hair is pretty long, but I want it longer. And I know I could get extensions, but I want real hair. I just want it to be real. Okay, I'm scared to try the orange, but I'm going to try it. Excuse me, I hiccuped. I hiccup when I'm hungry and full. And I did talk about that in my last video too, because I also hiccuped. Okay, I like this orange because I can draw over it if I am scared and I don't like it anymore, if I did change my mind. It's kind of like, yeah, I like it. It's bright. Ooh. Do you guys ever get excited about really small things like new markers or a, a book or a new mug or something? I like that. And then we can just go back and we do. Okay, I gotta learn. Okay, I gotta pay attention to which side I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot what I was saying. I actually like this. Add another one of the strands of the orange. That's very pretty. I have never been to Ireland or Scotland, but obviously you guys can tell I love Ireland and Scotland, and I definitely want to go. Sorry. If you guys have been to Ireland or Scotland, let me know. I would love any recommendations you have. Okay, I just realized these are watercolor. I forgot these are watercolor brushes or pens. So that's cool. So I'm going to show you actually. They kind of bleed a little bit in a good way. Or like, I think it's in a cool way. Show you. I'll show you what I mean. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe not. It's very subtle. It kind of bleeds like a watercolor does. Is anyone gonna watch the Super Bowl? Well, I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not, don't hate me, but I don't love football. But I, of course, like the halftime show and the commercials are the best. And then I watch the Puppy Bowl and the Kitten Bowl. The Puppy Bowl and the Kitten Bowl, because that's, to be, if I'm being honest, that's more entertaining to me. I'd rather watch animals than people. There is a cafe I go to, a breakfast cafe that my husband and I often go to for breakfast, and they have a little bar area with TVs. And instead of the TV showing sports, which is almost all like sport bar, you know, like the TV show sports or news, one video almost always is showing animal videos, like just, and it'll be like dogs, penguins, wombats, which I love wombats, and like random animals. And then the other TV will have, sometimes it's different, but like for a while it was Bob Ross, and it was all Bob Ross art. And I was like, this is amazing. And then last time we were there, it had like extreme sports, but like not normal sports, not like football or soccer or baseball. It was like, for instance, there's like speedboats where they go so fast on the water and then the boats flip, and I'm like, oh my god. And like weird sports that I don't even know what they're called, but they were like extreme, and it seems like the people could die at any moment. I found that very entertaining. So okay, let me show you the hair. So let me show it to you this way now. I'm gonna fill in her hat more now. I'm gonna do, so see how I have the green and then I have this cross hatching. I'm gonna do a color in this. Let me see what this color is. That's a maybe. Actually, no, that's what I want to do. I want to fill that in. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little strip of orange in there for flair. This is my brain because my brain isn't normal, but flair made me think of Pieces of Flair, which made me think of the movie Office Space. And if you haven't seen that movie, you should, because it is funny. Anyone that's had a job will think it's funny. Especially if you've had a job which you didn't love, which I feel like most people have had that in their lifetime. Jennifer Aniston is in it. And it is the humor is very subtle, and it's not an overly performative movie. It's not crazy special effects, and definitely some things happen, but the humor is in the subtlety and the everyday situations of humans suffering, and struggling at work, and it's just really funny. So if you haven't seen Office Space, highly recommend it. It is kind of similar, not similar humor to the Office, the show, but it falls in the same vein of finding humor in everyday mediocrity or everyday just kind of mundane life. So I find that interesting. Okay, so here's what I did. I'm going to be honest with you that the more I do with the hat, the less I like it. The more I think that I wish I had done something else to it. I like this middle part, the green. I kind of think I should have just made it all green, but that's okay. So now I think I'm going to add some detail to her dress and do her dress. And then I think I'm going to log off soon, you guys. I just wanted to do a quick little video that's pretty chill. And thank you guys for, if you're joining now or later on. And, I know this isn't the perfect setup. I'm still figuring out how do I talk to you guys and show you my drawing, and you also see me, and so everything. So it'll get better. I think I need to add more lines to this dress. I almost want to like cinch it at the waist. But I don't know. Okay, I just accentuated her shoulder, and that was actually a good move. That looks good. So, thinking about movies too. I watched a movie the other night called Forgotten, and it's a Korean. It's called like a thriller or a horror. I would not call it a horror. I would say thriller. I really appreciated it because I think it was not very predictable. And so many thriller horror movies are predictable, and I love scary movies, but it's hard for me to find one where I'm like, okay, it's going to be the creepy neighbor next door. It's going to be the husband. It's going to be this crazy lady. Usually you can kind of figure it out. This, I don't think most people will know what's going to happen. Excuse me, ahead of time. So I do think that's interesting. It is really sad though. I was not expecting it to be so sad. So if you don't want to be depressed, you might not want to watch that, because it was sad. And I a lot of times I don't like sad movies, so I don't watch like sad movies that are going to make me cry. I watch scary movies that are going to scare me, hopefully. And yeah, I don't know. I don't love movies that are just like tear jerkers that are just really, really depressing. That movie was pretty sad, but it is unique and not as predictable. So again, forgotten. And I think it was on Netflix. Luna's talking again. Actually, I think I am going to cinch it at the waist and make like a skirt. Yes, Luna? Luna will like tell me when it's time to go to bed and she'll go into my room and then just lay on the bed and meow. And it's really cute. Yeah. Okay, you want to go to bed? It's 8:46. It is about my bedtime. I also like to read in bed, so she knows that that's kind of our schedule. She also anytime. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. See her? I keep mixing up my rights and lefts because it's backwards. She wants to be involved, which is very sweet. Very sweet. But anytime I put our clean sheets on the bed after cleaning them, Luna always has to attack them. Come on. Okay. Gotta find room for you. Okay. You wanna say hi? Say hi. Ew. She's a baby. See? Little baby. That chair's kind of full. Where are you gonna go, sweetie? Do you want to stay here? She's laying down now. Good girl. Okay, I'm just going to finish this part and then I'm going to log off because Luna, to be honest, is making this kind of difficult. She's very cute. She does this. If I'm on a computer, if I'm reading, she will try to sit on the computer, she'll try to sit on my book. Like I said, if I'm on a call or Zoom, she wants to be right there and she will talk. This is her telling me she wants to go to the bed and wants to cuddle on me on the bed. Okay, I like that. And then I could do the skirt a different color. Okay, I'll show you guys. I like the hair. I like the bodice and then the skirt. And then I can do the skirt a different color. I think that's pretty cute. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you're watching now or later, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for exactly who you are, and you are always welcome here. And I will see you guys soon. If you guys have anything you want me to draw, if you have anything you want to see from me, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. So thank you. Have a good night. Me and Luna are going to go cuddle and read.